Well, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ray White Online Auctions. On behalf of the whole team at Ray White Kawana Waters and Ray White Mooloolaba, we welcome all of those viewing from across the coast and across the country. My name's James Goldsworthy. I'll be your licensed auctioneer here this evening. It's a great pleasure that tonight we have on offer just the one property. Our other property withdrawn from sale yesterday, put back into the rent roll under good management. And still some strong returns. Lot one this evening is the unit there at the Hedge Complex on behalf of Ryan Bradley and the rest of his team, specialising in the Medina property market. We'll get down to the auction of unit number 313 in just a few moments, but before we do so, there are a few formalities that I'll run through with each and every one of you, but more importantly to our buyers and registered bidders. I'll take your attention to the terms and conditions of today's auction. They are on display on the screen, but for those that have registered their interest as genuine buyers for unit number 313. We take it you've read those in their entirety. I'm not going to go through them in their entirety this evening. For those good folks trying to enjoy tonight's auctions from the comfort of their lounge, the legal terms and conditions are quite long-winded and boring, but I will draw your attention to the important terms for sale, the public auction here in Queensland. Now, they don't vary from auction to auction, whether it be on-site or online. Immediately upon the fall of the hammer, you'll see me do this. 1, 2, 3, sold. Once it's sold, folks, it is sold. No further negotiations can be entered into, and we take it that you as the registered party are happy to have the name in which you've registered under, inserted under the contract, and obviously have the ability and the intent of paying the deposit required. Folks, during tonight's auction, you'll see on the screen next to me, numbers pop up on the screen. The property will be carouseled with photos, but you will see the bidding increments here on the screen. Throughout the course of the auction, I'll ask for bidding increments in a certain pattern or a certain number rise. If you're not interested at that level, please let our agents in attendance tonight know we are keen to work with you towards a good outcome. The terms of sale, as I mentioned, readily available throughout the course of the sale and taken that you've read them in the entirety prior to your bidding. The contract I'll take you to shortly. That is the standard REIQ Queensland Law Society approved contract. The same one Ryan uses for every unit sale there in the Hedge. No nasties in that contract. The disclosure statement has been made available and will be attached to that contract, outlaying the body corporate fees, insurance levies and the like. That contract is not subject to GST, so what you pay this evening is what you pay. And our sellers, well, they warrant the property. And what a wonderful property, north facing there in the Hedge Complex, will be handed over to you just as you've seen throughout the course of the campaign, free of any outstanding levies, rates, utilities, and the like. In terms of today's sale, a 10% deposit is preferred, but Ryan, we've been kind enough to drop that to 5% if required, and a settlement time frame of some 30 days from today's date. Well, that's the terms and conditions. That is the contract. Quite straightforward and quite easily understood. Now it's my time to give you a bit of a wrap-up of unit number 313 and a bit of a wrap-up of the market. Folks, the Hedge Complex. Ryan sold many units in the building. As many know, sells plenty of properties in Medina. Medina, well known for the La Bolsa Park, Point Cartwright Reserve, miles and miles of the eastern seaboard's finest beaches. But more importantly, it's known for the friendly locals. That jovial country beachside feel where everyone still waves, everyone's still friendly. Not many shoes are worn on the course of the weekend. The main mode of transport is by skateboard or push bike. It is a relaxed coastal lifestyle. It doesn't get much better. But here at the Hedge, you've got not only the best of beachside coastal lifestyle on offer, but the best of the urban city life. Directly down the bottom of the complex from your front door is access to the Kawana Shopping Centre. Cinemas, restaurants, cafes, everything you could possibly want, all within a short proximity from your front door. The unit itself, well, folks, north facing with views up to that Point Cartwright Reserve that I mentioned, easy access north or east, I should say, down towards the beach. 3 bedrooms, a generous size as you'd expect, low body corporate fees, 3 bedrooms, all generous size. The Hedge has been a popular complex since the day it was first taken to the market. Resales have been quite strong. Tonight's property, excellent opportunity for you this evening. Make no mistake, our sellers' expectations are to see it sold. My job is to help facilitate that. Now it's time to stop talking. Throw it over to you for an opening bidder offer. Lot number 1 this evening, 313 at the hedge. Bidding is now open. Who'd like to start us away with an opening bidder offer? I'm in your hands. Certainly not where we start that matters. It is where we finish, folks. A number of parties have shown their interest to date, and those parties that have registered to interest, now is your time to let the agent on the phone know your number. Who'd like to start us off with an opening bidder offer? In your hands here tonight. 680, right? At 680, we'll kick it off. A nice, easy number to start with this evening at 680. At 680,000, we've got to start. There it is on the screen. You can hear it and you can see it. 680 is the call. Certainly not the number that we're going to be stopping at here this evening. Make no mistake, we're going to need more than that to see the property change hands. 313 at the hedge. We're at 680 and 7 we seek. At $680,000 to start, and I thank you. Hope you're there at the end. Ryan with me at 680,000 and 700. The logical retort, I'm going to place a bid on behalf of our seller now to keep the auction moving along. That's 700,000, 700, nice even number, 720 if you like it. At 7 the bid. At 700,000, come back to me now, Mr. Starter, at 700. It's your chance. The chop property is yours if you like it at 720. At 20 over the 7, and I thank you. Come with me. What do you say? Thank you. At $720,000, back in front now at 720. You'll see it clearly displayed at the moment, 40 or 60 if you like, at $720,000 the bid. Certainly a number that we're going to need to be north of at 720. Well below those recent sales, well below our recent assessments of the unit market in Medina. At 720 and 40 now is with me, right? I'm going to kick it along once more at 740. We're certainly going to need to be north of that if you like to buy unit number 313. 740 it is here with me. At 740,000, 40 over the 7 we've got, 60, the logical next step, the easy retort, the easy money, and it should be an easy decision at that price. 40 over the 7 we've got, 740 it is. At 740, we'll keep the auction along, keep it moving if you like it. At 740 and 60 to see you in front. At 40 over the 7, 740 it is. At 740, I thank you for your interest, but 60 is the next step we're going to need to go to. We're going to stick with $20,000 increments, 740 it is. At 40 over the 7, 740 the bid, 40. First time at 740. I've got your best here tonight. Certainly not the number that we're hoping for this evening. We're going to need to be north of that. Make no mistake, 740 it is. At 740,000, we'll call it through nice and quickly now at 40 over the 7. Second time, got your best here tonight, folks. At $740,000. At $740,000, we'll call it through for the third and final time, 40 over the 7. Well, folks, in the absence of any further bids over 740, I'm going to place one more bid now on behalf of our seller at $760,000. At $760,000 clearly bid on our seller's behalf. Certainly, that is a number you're going to need to be north of if you'd like to call the hedge home, if you'd like to call 313 your next place of residence there in the heart of Medina. $760,000 the bids here with me. Obviously, good interest in the property here this evening as expected. The market here, especially for our units, our large 3-bedroom apartments, still performing really, really well. But at $760,000, that's the final bid this evening. An opportunity now for Ryan to continue those negotiations with those interested parties. Maya, I know, will be hot on the phone, chasing up any loose leads now that we've got. But at $760,000, the auction is now passed in. We'll move forward with those private treaty negotiations on behalf of Ryan Bradley, the team at Ray White, Kawana Waters and Mooloolaba. We thank you for tuning in tonight. We look forward to updating you in the coming days of the successful outcome. No doubt in my mind, Unit 313 will be the next sale in the Hedge complex. Both Ryan and May are working hard behind the scenes to that end. But that is the end of tonight's auction. We thank you for your attendance and we look forward for your tuning into the next auction, online auction event that we do. Have a great evening, stay safe and keep well.